What's going on, guys? We're back with Chris from New Venture Entrepreneurs, and we are going to do another weekly recap of our merch by Amazon print on demand business. Chris, what's up? How is it going?
Hey, what's going on, Ben? Thank you for having me today again. Another week has passed, and I'm excited to get the show done.
Yeah, it's flying by. It's crazy. I
Yep.
can't believe how fast these come, but yeah, let's get into it. So why don't you start? Take us kind of through your business right now, what tier you're on, how many shirts you sold this week, and how the business is looking.
All right. So as usual, like I said last week, I am on tier 500. Nothing has changed there. I remember last week I said I was going to try to upload 50 designs, but unfortunately I didn't hit that. I currently have 160 live, so I fell short of 20. I'll try to get that this week. And another slow week for me again. Just I don't know what it is. I think it's just the niche that I'm in doesn't sell during this time of the year. So that's why I think last week I did state that I'm attacking different niches right now.
Yeah.
So I am in another niche. I'm actually looking at another one as well. So I'm just pumping out a lot of designs for different niches right now. This week I only sold 3 shirts, and that was actually for a total of 3 designs in that one niche that I'm in. So yeah, it's definitely kind of dropped off since July has started. Fortunately, though, the good news is I have not had any returns, so that's some positive news right there. And just to talk about some things that worked. Now, since I did say that my sales were pretty slow, I did end up dropping the prices to pretty much all of my shirts. Like I said before, I kind of priced my shirts at around $16.99. Usually is what works for me. So this week I decided to drop it down to $13.99. And so once I did that, I did notice about 2 sales come of it. One of them actually came right after, like immediately after I dropped my shirt to $13.99. I made a sale right after that. So yeah, that pretty much helped, and that's something that did work. And another thing that worked for me also was I remember last week we kind of touched upon Amazon Spark. Now, I didn't make a sale for my merch by Amazon business, so it's a little bit unrelated, but I do know that one of the private label items that I do sell, I did post that on my Amazon Spark, and I'm pretty sure I made a sale from that. Just one sale, because I know that like the item that I sell, same thing, the sales kind of dropped off. Like I'm not making many sales for it, but then I posted on Amazon Spark and I got a sale that day. So, I mean, I'm going to say that is what went towards it.
Totally.
But I wish I knew 100% sure, but I'm just going to take a good wild guess and say it was because of Amazon Spark. So like I said before, I really do like the platform, and I'm just continuing to post on there.
Yeah, have you been doing daily posts, or like how frequently are you posting right now?
Yeah, I did the daily post for a while. I think I stopped doing it on Friday. So I didn't post on Friday, Saturday, and I haven't posted today. But I mean, it's still going well. Like I still get a lot of views. One thing I noticed about that is if you post on one day and then say you get, I don't know, let's say 300 views, it's not going to stop in that one day. It's still the next day you're going to get like 600, and then after that you're going to get 1,000. Like it's going to continue growing as far as views go.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing about Amazon Spark, is that it's going to continue to get exposure for your listings.
Right.
One thing that didn't work for me, I mean, I can't really pinpoint anything that didn't work. I'm just going to continue, doing my strategies that I talked about before, continuing to post to Amazon Spark, and, just hopefully sales will take off pretty soon. It's a little bit heartbreaking that I didn't have good sales this week. And for like the second week again, or maybe the third, 2 weeks so far, it's been pretty bad. But I mean, you can't have a home run hitter every single month, I guess. That's just what it is.
It's still frustrating though. It's like, especially when you're putting time into it, and you put out money in the past for design. So Amazon's it's a weird creature.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make people buy your stuff. You can't really control that. You just gotta put it out and just do the best you can and hope you make a sale.
Totally. So are you still pushing anything on Pinterest at all, or are you just focusing on like uploading designs and then Spark, like any other external traffic, Facebook ads, anything else going on?
No, just Amazon Spark for right now. It says, like I said, when I post something, I can actually see that I'm getting, so many views.
Yeah.
I talked about this in my video, I believe, that I'm in a good position. So when people do want to purchase something, like say tomorrow is like Prime Day, right?
Okay.
if people go to Spark, you know, their social media platform, social media app, they're going to see my designs on there. Same thing for when, you know, Christmas comes around, or, you know, Thanksgiving or Halloween, any other day where people are willing to spend money. I have my shirts on Amazon Spark, so it's already right in their face, you know? So I think I'm in a good position just for when something does take off. So I'm just focusing on Amazon Spark as of right now.
And are you still finding the most success on there with the pulled posts, or are you trying anything else like because I know they have the standalone post where you just post a product, or taking a picture of, you know, the product in like its real environment? Like, what's kind of working for you on there right now?
Yeah, I definitely have to say it's going to be the poll posts. I like to see, you know, what people like versus what they don't like. You know, it's just very interesting to me because with that data, you can start making similar designs related to that shirt that has the most interest. But for that one private label product that I did post, that was just a standalone post on its own. So it wasn't a poll versus anything else. It was just by itself, and I did make a sell off of that. But either way, I still like doing the poll post just for me personally.
Yeah, it's crazy. The pulled posts, like I think I've done maybe, I want to say like 8 or 9 total Spark posts. And I was just checking my stats the other day. I had like 3 standalones, barely got any like engagement whatsoever. My other ones, literally, I'm up to like 12,000 total views from like the other, you know, 6 or 5 or 6 posts. And it's like, I think that Spark is still such an underutilized tool. Like people, you're literally getting that many free views, and maybe they're not clicking through, but it's still like all this free traffic for you. And I think it's like, I don't know. I feel like I just need to I want to crack that code. I think I need to spend some more time like investigating how Spark works. And like the different interest groups I found to be huge is if you like really target where the, you know, the shirt interest groups, which sometimes is hard because your shirt's like a hyper niche shirt, but then like the interests on there, they're like
very limited for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty limited. So you like, I'm trying to figure out like what the best way is to like work through that and actually target the right places to get the traction and hopefully get some sales. But I still think, dude, it's crazy that you can get like that many views and posts and engagement.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're collecting the data. Like people are literally telling you, I like this shirt better than this shirt. So then you can go take that and say, okay, well, next time like I create t-shirts, now I know people like this style or this color scheme better or whatever it is. So I think it's a smart move going forward.
Yeah, I mean, and like we said, or like you said, that the categories are kind of limited, and you just don't really know what, like they don't have a list of all the categories. You kind of have to start typing something in and hope that they have it. You know, you can't just put what you want in. You have to select from their group. Like I just found out that casual wear was a category. Like, I didn't know that. I usually put in like men's accessories or men's shirts, men's clothing, women's clothing. And, you know, now I found out that they have casual wear, which is pretty much, I think can be considered a Merch by Amazon shirt. So from now on, when I post shirts, I'm going to select casual wear. And there's probably more out there that I just don't know. You know, they don't really tell you what they have, you know.
Yeah, I actually found on there, if you go like on your main profile page and type, there's like a little section, discover more interests. It'll show you like a breakdown of the different interest groups they have. I don't know if it's like their entire interest groups, but that might.
I think it's the most common ones. Like they give you a handful of them. I don't think they give you all of them though.
Yeah. So anyway, well, definitely need to keep playing around with it and just see what happens. But
I made a video on it the other day about Amazon Spark, and someone did comment on there that they do have a desktop version available. I didn't know that. I'm not sure if most people know that, but if you just go to amazon.com/spark, you can. And I made a post on the desktop version as well, so that you know, if you're at your desktop and you just want to do a quick Amazon Spark post, you can do it from your computer as well.
Are they? They're the same, like the same. Excuse me, the same like profile though, right? You'd still be using the same profile, or is it actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're logged in on the desktop version, you can definitely use the same exact profile.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah,
I need to take a look at that. Making some notes. Cool, good stuff. So going forward, the strategies. Do you have your designer back, or are you still like? What are you doing as far as the designer goes?
Yeah, no, I'm still designing shirts of my own right now. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't really been putting too much energy into getting one as I should, I guess. I just have a lot going on as far as, you know, like moving money around in certain areas. So I guess I haven't budgeted for that at the moment, but that is definitely on the plan to get one. Yeah. I know I keep saying I'm gonna get one every single week, but Yeah, I'm just putting things into the priority, and I think right now I should probably just start doing, my own designs for the moment. I know when I get to tier 1,000 and I'm actually, making good consistent sales. Like you see, like I told you, July is it's not a good month for me right now. So just like when I first started, I was making less than what I was paying my designer.
Right.
I don't want to have to keep running into that issue every single time. So I guess I'm just really trying to get consistent sales, or when I'm at the moment where I can, get one. I don't want to rush into it.
Yeah. Yeah. You want it to happen naturally. And I think also like what I realized too is that you can make a lot of simple designs, especially like the Merch Informer designer, feature, and just some of these other platforms. Like you can make a lot of simple text-based, minimal graphic-based designs that are going to get sales. So if you can keep pumping those out, even though it might take you a little bit more time, especially if you're like strapped for cash, I feel like there's days when I go back and forth. And I'm like, is the designer really worth it right now? Like I can make designs and I'm seeing sales on those still, but so I guess it's definitely one of those things. It's like kind of a hard balance, especially at tier 500. I think tier 1,000, you do start to see hopefully more of that consistency. I mean, neither of us are there yet, but I think we're both close. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of different ways you can make shirts on your own. And, there's a lot of people saying, or I guess there's a lot of pressure out there to get a designer, but really just think about your own situation and don't feel pressured to get one because everyone else gets one. You just believe in yourself,
Yeah, so, that's a good point. I mean, it definitely in the merch business, it seems like everyone's like pushing the designer outsource, but like, I know I push that a lot, and that's because like, to be honest, I don't like the quality of designs that I do. And I have had a little capital set aside to do it. So, but that doesn't mean that's right for everyone else. And some people maybe actually like doing the designing as well. So I think that's a really good point. Like you don't have to be a designer outsource.
And like I said, just tier up to a good level to where you are making good, consistent sales, and then, venture out or explore getting one.
Totally.
Oh, how about your business? So how was your week?
So still at tier 500, finally got up to, I did get over 50 uploads this week. I found kind of a few, like sweet spot designs where it was literally just changing out 1 or 2 words on each design. So I just had my designer do it and negotiate like a super low rate. So that's one of the tactics I've actually been using, is that if I come up with, like, let's say I come up with some phrase that I just need to change like one thing, like it's targeted, I can hyper target it to like 50 different niches. I'll like renegotiate a rate with my designer to, since it's so simple for him, and I'll say, hey, don't change the color scheme, don't change anything else. I just want you to take this word out and change it to like all these other words. So like, let's say I have some shirt that's related, like in the dog niche, like proud owner of a Shih Tzu or something, then all I have to ask my designer to do is, instead of Shih Tzu, change it to like these, and I give him a list of like the 50 different dog things. So I'll give him like, or dog breeds, and then just ask him to do like one version for all of those, and then but negotiate a much lower rate, like $1 per design or something. So that's one thing I've been doing. So that'll allow me to get a bunch of designs out this week, and I think I uploaded maybe like 70. I can't remember where I was last week, but anyway, I have 352 live. I've had maybe like 15 come down this week as well, which I actually think is a good thing. I think most of my shirts that like from the early days are kind of filtering out. And so now my overall work that I have uploaded is kind of like higher quality stuff, which I think is honestly important. I feel better about like my total portfolio now. So yeah, so last 7 days I did 10 t-shirts sold, which is solid for me. And then they were all different designs. So literally it was, one of each. I had 0 cancels, 0 returns. So this month's actually been pretty strong. I already actually beat my previous month by 1 design. I did 22 last month and then 23 this month, which we talked about a little bit last week. But just the whole like merch focus 30 thing I didn't see a ton of, like, I did see some increase in sales volume from that during the month, but it seems like this month, like I'll nearly double my last month, or I'm on pace to. So I think it's totally like, it's taking a few weeks, but it's starting to like catch up. And I don't know if that's a product of like, maybe it's just a lucky month, or I like to attribute it or think it's part of like just uploading and being consistent, and then realizing it's going to take, a few weeks for it to come back around and pay off. So I don't know the answer there, but I think that's kind of cool. And then yeah, I guess just like what worked, I did 6 Spark posts this week, and that got me 12. I think I just checked earlier today. I was at like 12,000 views from that. I don't know if I necessarily got any sales from it, but
we just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't. I wish there was some like way to track it, but yeah. So anyway, I've been doing that and still pushing on Pinterest. But I think again, like my main focus is I need to get back on the grind with my designer and try to give him like more designs to do. It's a little bit more painful now because I used a lot of my budget for designs last month. But like I said, I've been trying to do some creative stuff where I've been trying to like find ways to get, make alternative income for logo design work or something else, so that I can, I pay my designer for like a high-end logo, maybe like $5, and I get a bunch of revisions, and then I'll charge like a client $50 or something like that. So just finding kind of creative ways to arbitrage like that asset that I have, the designer. And so I'm trying to explore that stuff. But yeah, I mean, overall with merch, I think now the goal is going to be just get it to at least 450 uploads, and hopefully that'll trigger, my tier up fairly soon, because I'm at 135 overall sales. So I don't know if I think I want to say that I'm fairly close to getting tiered up to 1,000 if I can get the uploads up there. I don't know what your opinion is on that, but
oh yeah, I mean that's a good idea. I was actually watching. You remember Shannon and Spencer? I saw one of their recent videos. I believe it was Spencer that stated that he wants to get his tier up to, I think it was 6,000, and after that he's going to start focusing on other businesses. So that was pretty interesting. You just get up to a certain point and you can put that kind of on the side, but it's still able to generate income. So which is pretty neat with that.
Yeah, I think that's cool, and I think that that's definitely like a good play with merch, especially, is just like getting up to a certain level and then thinking about ways like I'd love to even, I don't want to say like promote my designer, but maybe bring him in into like a more management. I don't know if this is the right way to explain it, but I'd like to have someone come in and give him a little bit more power and say, hey, this is how you can do research. So, and get to like tier 4,000 or whatever. So you're in a good place, just like you said, and then pretty much have him continue kind of doing research, and you just check the designs once a day and upload them, and kind of have that on autopilot while you focus on maybe like pushing everything to Etsy, to eBay, or you like get more into kind of like your own brand on Shopify or whatever, which we've talked about a little bit. So I think that there is, again, once your airplane, with your merch business is off the ground, it's a lot easier to kind of play around in some of those other spaces. And so I think that's the goal for me too. I think that's a great strategy, is to get to like where you're making $1,000, $1,500 a month in royalties, and then you have that going, and then see if you can get Etsy up to 1,000, and then add like, the next one, and kind of build that portfolio. And then, yeah, I mean, that gives you a lot to work with.
Yeah. Now, 2 things I want to touch upon, or just 2 questions really. You were saying earlier that you went back to your designer and you wanted him to switch out just, one certain thing on the design. Yeah. Now, just a quick question. What type of file does he give you? Does he give you just PNG for you just to upload?
He gives me a PNG and then the PSD file. So
is it something that you can manipulate yourself with the program?
I honestly, I think that I can, but I'm not good at, like, I don't want to say I'm not good enough with Photoshop. I just haven't put the time into like saying, oh, maybe I could just do this on my own, which is kind of a little bit lazy for me. Like, I think that I actually can with the files he's giving me, but I'm at the point now, as far as like my time is kind of crunched, as you know as well. Like, it's tough when we both have the full-time jobs as well. So the time is actually the thing that I am valuing more. So it's I don't want to come across as like that's like not for me. Like, it would be easier to do, but I'm kind of like valuing if I can have him do it and like done for me is a lot better right now. Even if it costs me $1, I don't know. I think I'm right at that weird point where it's like kind of worth it, kind of not. So I
totally understand exactly what you mean. Time is of the essence, so you want to, maximize and bring as much value as you can from your time. So the second thing I wanted to touch on was, you said that you were able to pump out 70 designs pretty much uploaded. So I just want to know, like, what is your strategy when you upload, or how are you able to upload so many designs? Do you have some type of strategy that you use?
Yeah, I mean, with that, like, so just going back on that, that's the other like beautiful part about, like, for example, this week again, with the designer I had, this one like phrase that I kind of used on a t-shirt design. And what happened is I uploaded like maybe the first batch of like 10 t-shirts, and then I honestly didn't think that I didn't know if it was gonna be a good like design or phrase. So I didn't want to say like, okay, let's just do, you don't want to go all in on that until it's going to sell. So I just said, hey, do 10 with these 10 like different word variations or whatever, and we'll see what happens. I ended up getting like a sale the next day, and it's like a very specific t-shirt too. It was like so then I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like maybe it was just a fluke. Then literally the next day I got another one. So I was like, okay, I went back to him. I was like, hey, can you do another 30? I think we did I want to say we do like 30 or 40 total. So then because they're so similar, then I've already created the listing once, and then I use that Google Chrome extension Merch Buddy, I think. Yeah, Merch Buddy. And that's one, I think you use it too, where you can copy your listing. Do you use that one?
Well, no, I do copy and paste manually.
Oh, yeah. So that's
a huge help for your business a lot, huh?
It's super helpful. I didn't think that I was going to use it as much as I did, but for something like that, it literally saves you so much time, because I legitimately like can click one button, copy. It'll copy the entire listing, and then there's another button that'll actually open like 4, 5, 6 more tabs for you. So I literally have them all lined up, and then I'll put that one live. And obviously you can get in trouble if you have a design, like if you get that design rejected and you accidentally just push 20 live, like that's not how you look. So you always kind of want to think about that and be careful before you push them all live. But
so maybe you could have one live first, like have one approved first, and then start doing that.
Yeah, so exactly, because then okay, at least I know almost all of this is clear. So that like essentially what I'm doing is I just am changing out 1 or 2 words on each one. So I copy it and then paste it in every other listing, and then I just change it. I have to manually change out like the 1 or 2 words, but that's so easy. So instead of taking me, like 3, 4, 5 minutes per t-shirt listing, I can do like 40. Like I didn't ever do 50 in a night, but I did maybe like 25, 30 some nights. And it wasn't that bad because I was able to sit down for like, an hour and just do those. And so, which is awesome, because then all of a sudden you go from, 300 t-shirts live to like 330 t-shirts live. And if you can do that, I was not good about being consistent with that, but even I did get up, like I got an extra, like I said, 70 designs up this week. So,
I remember I was saying when my designer was making shirts for me, one thing that he did right off the bat without me even having to ask is that he'll send, a light version and a dark version. So he'll say like one word is on there, like Trump, for example. He'll send me a design in white and also in black.
So that's a really good idea, actually.
And that did actually kind of help, because it's basically the same exact keywords, same description, same everything, just copy and paste,
Yeah.
So,
no, that I actually really like that. And I think that, that's got the color scheme thing is, I think fairly easy for my designer to do. So I personally just go for the shirts or the colors that'll look good on like a darker theme shirt, but I need to expand my portfolio. And if I can double, especially as we get into like the higher tiers where you have the room to put like 2 versions, I think that's actually a really good strategy. So
yeah, I totally agree. And that could be the same thing with designs, or switching out certain words, like you're saying that you just want to switch out one word for every single shirt, but it's pretty much the same exact niche. It's actually a pretty good idea too. Now, do you focus or do you put any effort towards sweatshirts or hoodies or anything, or are you more just shirts?
Yeah, I'm still just doing t-shirts.
Premium or standard?
It's summer right now, so I feel like there's less of a reason to do them. But even then, like I haven't really heard about anyone that's pushing those with a ton of success. I think it's different when you have you're in the like tier 4,000 plus or whatever, and you have so many slots and you have, I don't even know, 100, 200, 300 uploads a day or whatever. That's a little bit of a different case, but I think like where you and I are right now, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I have done that though, where I've taken one design and then I'll use that same app and literally just open up 4 more tabs, paste the exact same thing. It actually has a button you click and it'll replace, instead of wherever you put t-shirt in, it'll automatically replace it with whatever the product you're working on is. So like long sleeve shirt, sweatshirt. So again, saves time there, but I I haven't had a ton of. I haven't sold a single T-shirt, premium shirt, long sleeve, or hoodie. It's literally all been like just the basics.
I'm on the same boat. I haven't sold any other, apparel other than just the standard T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, but actually, I'm still waiting on those pop sockets. So I want to get those. I want to start uploading for those because that's a great gift idea for kids, and also the holidays coming up. I just want to. Hopefully, Amazon will approve us pretty soon.
Yeah, I feel like we're coming close. I've seen in some of the Facebook groups people talking about being in tier 500 and getting approved. So hopefully the rollout for us will be. I'm hoping in the next few weeks. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Right. So what do you have any like goals, strategies? I feel like we should set a goal for this coming week. I know last week we kind of not doing 50 uploads, but yeah, what's like a good goal for you for this coming week?
Well, you know what? Since you did mention, we said Merch Buddy is what it's called.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out. Do they have a trial version at all for it?
I actually don't remember. I'm trying to.
I definitely want to try that out because it's very draining in a sense when you're just sitting there trying to pump out all these designs. But if you have something where you just like copy and paste among the board, that helps out tremendously.
Yeah, so, it's super helpful. It's $30. It's like a one-time thing, $30. I don't know if they have a trial on here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll put a link to it in the description or something for anyone that wants to take a look. But yeah, it's a real, honestly, super useful. If you can justify the $30 one-time fee, I think it's definitely worth it. I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of it. So.
Well, it's helping you crank out like 70 designs a week. So I would definitely say it's probably helpful as well. So, I'm probably going to check it out this week and, try again with my 50 uploads. So that's going to be a strategy going forward this week and still doing upload to Amazon Spark, and see what goes from there.
I like that. So, okay, I'm going to do the same 50 uploads this week is my goal. Probably spread them out a little bit more this week. 50 uploads. And then I am going to try to redo my Etsy store this week and like rebrand everything because I want to slowly start expanding onto the other platforms. And yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. And then one Spark post every single day. And then also copy all my shirts onto Pinterest because I need to get the external traffic coming in.
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me, man. I mean, I like Amazon Spark so far, so and I've been using it for a long time. I think only Friday was like the last day that I stopped posting on it, but every day before that for about 2 weeks, I've been posting on it every single day. Great. And same thing like you, I'm getting a lot of views on there, a lot of likes and hearts and stuff. So it's a great platform to use to grow your business.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Good stuff. All right. Anything else? Any other strategies? Anything crazy? Any secret sauce you have coming up?
No secret sauce. I can't say anything about that. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. And yeah, that's going to be it, really.
Good, man. Good. Cool. So we'll rope around next week and hopefully we'll hit our goals by then and come back with some strong sales a week or strong numbers.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. So I'll put a link to Chris's channel down below in the description if you're watching on my channel. Chris, anything else you want to share with my audience over here?
No, well, I just want to thank everyone for watching. And yeah, go ahead and like this video as well. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching.
Alrighty, guys. We will see you next week with another merch update. Peace.